Digestion in the mouth. We put our food into our mouth. It is also called as oral cavity. Our mouth is also called as oral cavity. Okay. So oral cavity is our mouth. In the mouth the food is kept. Now food in the mouth undergoes two types of digestion. Already I told you. One is mechanical digestion. Mechanical digestion is cutting and the chewing action of the teeth. Let us have some idea about our teeth. Teeth in case of human being is said to be diphyodont, thecodont, and heterodont. Diphyodont, thecodont, heterodont is the nature of our teeth. What do you mean by diphyodont? Di means two. We will have two sets of teeth. The first set of teeth what we get is called as milk teeth. Milk teeth, which fall off and will get replaced by the second set of teeth is called as permanent teeth. Is called as permanent teeth. Milk teeth and the permanent teeth. That's why our teeth is said to be diphyodont. Then why it is called as thecodont? Our teeth is present in the socket, okay, in the jaw, in the gum, it is present. That's why it is called as thecodont. It's not superficial. Third one, why our teeth are called as heterodont. Hetero means different. We have varieties of teeth. The different type of teeth present in our mouth are incisors, canines, molars and premolars, and molars. The different types of teeth present in our mouth are incisors, canines, premolars, molars. Incisors are the flat teeth present in the front portion, flat blade-like teeth. And the main purpose of incisor is to cut the food. Whenever we want to cut anything, we make use of this. So the purpose of incisor is to cut the food. It helps in cutting the food. Canines. We have sharp canines here. 4 canines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sharp canines. The function of canine is to tear the food. Either flesh or suppose you want to eat sugarcane, you tear it. In case of carnivorous animal, especially dog, cat, tiger, lion, in them canines are very well developed because they have to tear the flesh. That's why it is very well developed, canines. And finally, molars and premolars. They are present here. And its main action is to chew the food, grinding action of the food. Okay. It is used for chewing or grinding of the food. So we have totally 32 teeth. Our dental formula is written like this. Dental formula of human being is like this. Dental formula of human being. 2, 1, 2, 3 upon 2, 1, 2, 3. It is, we can divide our entire teeth part into 4 parts, 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the structure of 1 quarter. This is upper jaw, lower jaw. Upper jaw, from here if I take 2 incisors, this side, not this half, 2 incisors. 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolar and 3 molar. Totally 3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here 8. Similarly here 8. Here 8, here 8. 8 4s are 32. 2, 1, 2, 3 upon 2, 1, 2, 3. This is the dental formula of human being. So this is all about teeth and its action. Now let us see what type of chemical digestion take place in our mouth. In our mouth, chemical digestion is brought about by the action of saliva. More than 90% of the saliva contains water in it. More than 90% of the saliva contains water. What is the function of saliva? We have salivary gland in our mouth. We have 3 pairs of salivary glands. We have 3 pairs of salivary gland. And their names: parotid, submaxillary, sublingual. Parotid, submaxillary, sublingual. Parotid is present here, interior to this parotid. Submaxillary at the angle of the teeth and sublingual below the tongue. So these 3 are the pairs of salivary glands present in our body. It releases saliva. And the main function of the saliva, the first function of the saliva is to make the food wet and soft. It makes the food wet and soft. That is the main thing. Second one, saliva contains some lysozyme, okay, that can kill bacteria and some harmful microbes. So it is not only wet and soft, it helps in the lubrication of food when food passes through our digestive system. And one more thing we must remember, the only one enzyme present in our saliva is salivary amylase. Salivary amylase. And this salivary amylase, I told you amylase means it acts on polysaccharide, starch, carbohydrate. Salivary amylase acts on starch. Amylase acts on starch and convert them into disaccharide. Maltose is the disaccharide. Okay. So this is the only chemical digestion that takes place in our mouth. The only enzyme present in saliva is salivary amylase. Right. Now, by the cutting and crushing action of the teeth, by the softening of saliva, by the action of saliva, the food in the mouth turns into soft ball-like structure, round mass of soft ball-like structure, and now it is called as bolus. You can call it as bolus. Round structure. Whatever may be the shape of the food while taking. Because the food item which we take, it doesn't have particular shape. Suppose you are eating carrot, it has one type of shape. If you are eating, say, apple, it has another kind of shape. If you are eating roti or chapati or idli or maybe some snacks, samosa, whatever, it has different shape. When we put it into mouth, we bite it, we chew it, and the action of saliva makes it soft, round ball-like thing, so that you can easily swallow it. So now we are going to swallow it. While swallowing, the next part is in the pharynx. Very important thing take place in our pharynx. What is that? So now that food should enter into our food pipe. And our food pipe is technically called as esophagus. It is technically called as esophagus. Now, when it enters into food pipe, okay, so there is one more pipe. There is one junction. Junction is pharynx. There is one more pipe, that is wind pipe. That is wind pipe. It is called as trachea. So here common passage. Now trachea enters into our lungs. So whatever food we take, it should not enter into our wind pipe. It should enter into our food pipe. How it can be managed? Here we have one flap-like structure that closes the wind pipe while swallowing the food. When you are swallowing the food, it closes the windpipe, and that structure is called as epiglottis. That structure is called as epiglottis. What it does? It just closes the windpipe while swallowing the food. That's why it is said that while having food, we should not speak or laugh or anything. Why? Because sometimes the mechanism fails. Sometimes the mechanism fails, and even if a small particle of food enters into our trachea, we struggle a lot. Okay, so that's why the epiglottis play a major role or very important role in preventing the entry of food into trachea or windpipe. Okay, so now the food enters into esophagus. Let's see what happens when food enters into esophagus.